Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Sierra, and The Walking Dead is back, y'all. We are about to watch Season 9, Episode 1, entitled A New Beginning. If you enjoy this reaction, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm going to try to not allow the fact that Andrew Lincoln is leaving the show screw up this season for me, okay? I know it. You know it, we all know it, we're all thinking about it, but let's appreciate the greatness, which is The Walking Dead, shall we?
Alexandria, the hilltop, the kingdom, and Oceanside came together. Now the work begins. The new world begins.
The new world begins. We built a church. Let's go.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Look at her painting of Michonne. Oh.
That's our house. And met Maggie and the king and all our friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that grumpy face?
Because grumpy big old face. Big tummy.
That's Daddy's big tummy.
Oh, man. The feels, yo. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it like 2 seconds ago, but the thing that breaks my heart is they did not announce that this is the last season. We know that he's leaving, you know? But what is this show without Rick Grimes, y'all? What is it? What is it?
Go on.
It reminds me of House Bolton.
What the hell you doing?
The Flayed Man.
Sanctuary to Alexandria Relay 1.
That's still some
Loud and clear, Ponytail. What's up?
Negan frame of mind to use, you know, using a walker as a scare tactic. Nice.
You teach me sometime?
Clear to the rally point, dude. See you on the flip.
They got some systems set up. I'm happy. Look! Look! Hey! I'm so happy to see everybody, man. Crew's all here. Let's go, y'all. Jadis. That was Jadis, aka Anne. Word. Don't step on that. Don't step on that.
Heads up.
And that's old girl from Oceanside. Dang, crew is all here. That's what's up. I'm walking in spider webs. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Stab it, Sadiq. Oh, there's all the spiders. Oh! I like that. It was the evolution of man, and then a walker shows up, and it's the de-evolution. Fitting? Wow.
Intelligent design.
The de-evolution of man. I like it.
SierraD, horticultural management. I think that's plants. Are we looking for packs of seeds? Plants?
You were right, Anne.
Yes! Dope.
How'd you know to find seeds here?
Dope.
Brought my class back when I was teaching. Found out they cultivated heirloom lines for the gardens, and they kept seeds on hand so they could rotate the crops.
Very
They made a
nice.
doomsday vault without knowing it.
We're grateful.
Still sore about the results?
Why is she not showing yet? Judith is talking and making fat jokes and drawing pictures of Carl,
Who'd have thought?
and she's not showing
Meanwhile,
yet.
I live with a king.
Has so much time passed that she's
But it
already
works,
had the
right?
baby? Because they seem very well
You seem to like
established.
it.
Last step.
That glass, yo. If that glass didn't break, it wouldn't be a season premiere, though, y'all. You know it's gonna break. You know it's gonna break.
Hold.
Stay on the beams. That's right. That's smart. Oh, shoot. Ah! Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Was that Maggie? Yo, is she pregnant right now or not? She must not be. Yeah, no, there's no way she's pregnant anymore. Her hair was dumb short. Her hair is growing back like crazy. She's had the baby.
No sudden moves. Just keep going nice and slow.
Stay on the beams, y'all.
You gotta go!
Yeah! Oh! Pull him up! Crap! Oh my God. It's gonna rip! The rope is gonna rip on the glass! Ah! Nice. Very nice. Hey!
I can't tell if he likes me.
He was okay. I mean, there's peace everywhere, but it's still a surprise to see. And he was like that main prisoner that Maggie was communicating with a lot last season.
Can't wait on life. So, will you marry me?
Put that thing away.
Oh God, that means one of them's gonna die this season.
It'll snap.
I love you.
You know that feel good, Carol. Why you playing?
Or I need to get home to Herschel. D?
Okay, so she had a male child and she named him Herschel. Got it.
Tries to move through.
Also, R.I.P.
horses can't
to
pull the
Scott
wagon through
Wilson,
this mud.
the actor that played Herschel, Maggie's father on The Walking Dead. He passed away recently.
Maggie, I think they need a break.
Oh shoot! No, 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 no! Get the walkers! Oh, it broke. Come on, horsey. He's a goner. Run! Did he get kicked in the chest by a horse? No, they're gonna amputate his arm and he's gonna have a freaking hole in his chest from the horse.
I'm gonna fix it. You're gonna be alright. Dad, yourself, okay?
Dang!
Just stay awake. Okay. One more time.
Oh.
Kid.
It was that kick to the chest, yo. Wow, he knew he was dying. He said, Mom and Dad, I'm coming. And then he passed away. That's wild. They are taking a lot of time in this episode to show how much time has passed, that they've gotten closer to a lot of new people, that new relationships have been built.
My son is dead. And what do we have to show for it?
Oh.
Nothing but a broke plow. Isn't that right? I know where all that shit went, Maggie. The Saviors got it, didn't they? What kind of man are you just to let this go?
I'm no kind of man at all.
Dang. Oh, I must have misheard him. I thought he said, Mama and Daddy, I'm coming. Or I'm sorry. One or the other, but...
Me and Earl will marry our boy. Thank you. And you're not welcome there.
Dang!
I voted for you, Maggie Reed, but we're not friends. Gregory has been saying he's the one who's always put Hilltop first.
Oh, brother.
The man's a damn scoundrel. But maybe he's no fool. My son is dead. Your boy has no father. And those damn saviors eat our food and take everything that Hilltop bled for. It ain't right.
Okay, so the people are not happy with the new way of life?
'Tis the last rose of summer, left blooming alone.
That's that guy again, the prisoner.
All her lovely companions
are faded and gone.
Can we see the baby? Let me see the baby.
I'm gonna miss you, Ken. Heaven's a better place for having you.
Oh, he's big too.
Cheers.
He's almost a year old.
Daryl. Does this happen often?
More and more since the crow's been dying.
Ken was a quiet, good-hearted young man. He was grateful for where I am.
Don't buy that. This show has made me so unforgiving and untrusting of humans. It's sad.
What's up? I don't want to be the one leading these people anymore.
Why?
I don't know being here.
Brings back
Behind these walls
memories,
again.
like PTSD of what he went through eating dog food sandwiches, maybe?
They're out there. Man, it's gonna fail anyway. Nothing grows here. It's a damn factory, man. Most of the bridges are out after the big storm. The highway's done. We've scavenged every drop of gas for miles. And we can't make enough corn fuel to run the cars or the trucks.
Corn
Pretty soon
fuel?
it's gonna be more than a day's ride from one spot to another.
It's on us to figure out how to make it work.
Man, there ain't no us anymore. Everyone's everywhere. That small group we had back in the beginning, we could do anything. That was right. That's what I know.
Well, you want to come home to Alexandria, then?
No. I'm gonna go back to Hilltop. Check on Maggie and the baby.
Kingdom's got its own problems, rebuilding after losing its fighters. If Alexandria sends another person out, I could use the help back
Yeah,
home.
they lost everybody with that machine gun. Kingdom. They all went down. Almost
We're not
lost
together
Ezekiel.
because things have changed.
Bless you, but no thank you.
Oh, that's right. You're sober. Go ahead, Tammy. I'm fine.
No. No. She's a really familiar actress, too. I can't think of her name, but I've definitely seen her before. Oh, she got drunk.
I don't know what to do, Tammy.
I just want to sleep.
I'll sit with you if you like.
Yo, he's slowly and quietly. Yo, he's up to something. He's trying to rally up the troops to get to his side.
These things will kill you.
Oh, Carol.
We don't sleep. Ezekiel, on the other hand, seems like a baby.
Does he snore fancy, too?
Stop it.
No, he's all right. He's a bit corny, but...
Glad I have Pookie's approval.
Pookie.
After what I went through with Ed, corny is really, really nice.
No, I'm happy for you. If anybody deserves to be happy, it's you. I don't like not seeing you, though.
I want to take over here for a while. For you. And don't argue. He asked me to marry him.
What?
Now, where's the justice for my boy?
Where's all this alcohol coming from?
Maggie thinks she's above the law. And it's the decision she's made and the priorities she set that put your boy into the ground. I'm
You had to go there, didn't you?
because she's the leader. She doesn't have to be.
Famous Rick.
Oh, God damn it. Don't you start to.
Just don't let it get to your head.
No, not today, that's for sure.
He must not have lost somebody in a long time.
I don't.
They're taking a lot of time to show the grief over this kid.
Seeing his name on the wall, I'm thinking maybe we need an agreement between all the communities. This is what we believe. This is how we treat each other. And this is what happens when we don't.
Law? Totally.
It's good. Building up something like that, it could pull people closer together. You know, Daryl's not happy. He's got me worried about things breaking down.
Well, he wouldn't say something unless it was important. He cares.
Too much sometimes.
If he's worried, there's a reason. So what do we do about it?
I appreciate that.
I think we need to fix that bridge.
I'll get the people to agree to a charter.
Charter, not constitution.
How'd I get so lucky finding you?
We both lost enough. It's time we won a little, don't you think?
Tough night. You won the election fair and square, Maggie. Oh, Maggie, I meant to tell you. I don't want to say anything. Not now, but it looked like someone had defaced Glenn's grave. Maybe just some sort of accident, or kids didn't know any better. I hope it wasn't that someone was angry. Anyway, good night.
Right. That's the stupidest thing he could possibly do. Please don't be a trap. Come on, Maggie. Come on, Maggie.
Oh my God, Maggie!
Shoo! He totally put him up to that, yo. That's dirtball.
God, Maggie, what happened?
What happened? You tried to have me killed because you're too chicken shit to do it yourself.
Margaret, you need to sit down.
Margaret?
You obviously have a head injury. You can't go back to Alexandria because you know who is still there.
Do you even give a... I'll know that you did this.
I'll attack you because you got his son killed.
No, he is not trying to kill Maggie.
Me, and I defended myself.
Do it. Screw him. I better kill this dude, yo. He gotta go.
Okay, here you go. Don't go running off.
It's interesting they didn't show her like actual pregnancy at all. We didn't even see her have a belly. It's crazy.
Judith talks about Aunt Maggie at Hilltop all the time. I need your help fixing the bridge. I'm asking if you'll be generous again.
No more food and supplies without getting something back for it. If the sanctuary needs food, they provide most of the labor on the bridge for us.
Sanctuary's barely holding on right now. We're obliged to help.
Why? They surrendered. We didn't kill him. And we were fighting the saviors. You told me that soon you'd be the one following me. But you didn't. Because I wasn't someone to follow. That changes now. It'll be dark soon. It's time to put the children to bed.
Please hang him, old-fashioned.
Do you have any final words?
What you're doing isn't right. Stop this! For the love of God! Stop it!
Maggie, stop!
Cover the kids' faces.
Get the children back in bed. Cut him down.
Bye, Gregory. Deuces. Bye. Bye. All right, y'all. That was the season premiere of The Walking Dead, Season 9, Episode 1, entitled A New Beginning. Sounds like that's what's on Maggie's mind for sure, a new beginning. She's playing no games. At the end of last season, there was a moment where Maggie and Jesus were talking, and then Daryl came out of like the dark corner.
But Rick and Michelle, Rick was wrong to do what he did. Michelle too. Wait for our moment. And then we're gonna show him.
Yeah.
Yo! Daryl!
Oh, well.
They were on some, yo, Rick is gonna have to pay for not killing Negan, and they kind of all seemed down with it, like a plan to shake stuff up with Rick. And I've really been thinking about that. I've kind of been apprehensive to see what was going to happen with Maggie when the season first started out, because I thought she was going to be on some let's sabotage Rick stuff the whole time. But it looks like almost a year has passed. A really long time has passed, because she wasn't even showing in her pregnancy. Baby Herschel is already huge. He almost looks like he's almost a year old. So that's like almost a year and a half that has passed. So if she was trying to sabotage Rick, you'd think she would have did it by now. Or she's waiting for something to happen, you know, like a very specific window to open. She did bring up the war and things that Rick said in times of war, as far as when this is all over, I'll be following you. She brought that up and she reminded him. And it was like Maggie was a gangster in this episode. I was really impressed with her. She's always been a leader, always. She's always been fearless. She's always been a really strong woman. But she was like, it's time to put the kids to bed, or it's time to put the children to bed. And she literally had a public execution of Gregory to show like that they play no games. Like, this is no joke, and y'all better fall in line and be obedient to Miss Ree in the ways of the hilltop, or it's not going to go good for you. But literal children were still awake, and they saw the hanging happen. And right now, I can't really think of the comparison or what that represented, but I definitely took her line, it's time to put the children to sleep or something, while she was up on the balcony talking to Rick. It's time to show these people that I ain't nothing to joke with. It's time to show them who's in charge and that I'm not playing, you know? That's what I took it as. But then they literally showed children, and it was actually Michonne that saw them and panicked and vocalized about it, which was really interesting. We didn't see Negan at all. I also, at the beginning of the episode, thought about the book that Sally Jesse Raphael looking chick dropped off. She gave it to Maggie, like the manual for starting a new ways of life. I'm guessing that a lot of the things that they've started now have come from that book. I mean, you don't need a manual to plant crops and build new places to live and stuff like that. But still, I think it's really, really cool. I was very satisfied with this opening episode. I think it was really cool that they went into that museum. And it's just insane, even thinking about that with the way technology is in the world that we live in today, and the things that we do and the things that we don't have to do because of all the technology and factories and businesses and all the things out there. And they had to go to a museum to get like a plow and wagons. And it's just incredible that they're trying to make it work so hard. They're getting it right, man. They're getting it right. The couple, that was hard, man. We've lost way more important people than Sweet Kit or Ken or whatever that kid's name was. And they spent a lot of time on the mourning process of that boy. But it was also to put a little steam behind the tiny movement that Gregory was trying to start. Kept showing up with full bottles and convinced this dude to attack the leader, a woman, a mother. That was unbelievable that he would do that. But that was Gregory taking advantage of somebody in a weak spot, in a weak position. Like, he just lost his kid. He wasn't thinking right, you know? So again, even though, oh my God, I'm so happy Gregory's gone, y'all. I can't. But again, I don't appreciate that. That was a very low blow by Gregory. And it was just petty. Like, why would you take advantage of somebody that has just had the worst day of their life, losing their child, and convince them to try to kill somebody? This cat literally attacked a mother and a baby, and then Enid ran up on him and he shoved her and she hit her head on some concrete or something. She was in a wheelchair at the execution of Gregory. That's crazy. It's crazy. When Rick and Daryl were up on that higher level having a conversation at the sanctuary, I was thinking, yo, Daryl's talking a lot. Daryl doesn't talk a lot, you know. He's a respected man. He is a trustful man. He's got faith in his people, blah, blah, blah. But when Rick and Michonne were laying in bed and Rick was like, yo, Daryl doesn't want to be at the sanctuary anymore. And Daryl's got feelings about this. Daryl's feeling some type of way about that. And Michonne was like, when Daryl talks, it's important. So whatever he was talking about, we really need to look into it. I was like, yo, that is so true. In light of that, I think that these saviors are going to be a problem. Not all of them. Not all of them. But if the ones that are angry enough, they can pull a Gregory. They can preach. They can convince. They can manipulate everybody into believing that Rick and Alexandria and Oceanside and the hilltop and the kingdom ain't got their best interests at heart and they can do it on their own. But then again, they know that they can't do it on their own. It was mentioned tonight that no crops are growing at the sanctuary. And I don't know if it's the actual environment. I don't know if it's these people not knowing how to do it. I really, really hope that things turn around, man. But man, my feelings are all over the place, y'all. Bear with me. I'm actually really frustrated right now because we know that Lauren Cohan and Andrew Lincoln are donezo with The Walking Dead. I heard that Maggie's only going to be in the first 6 episodes. I heard that Rick is leaving at the end of the season. And when this was all going down, when all these announcements of exits and departures off the show were happening, I heard Michonne was leaving too. Which was the most convincing because if they put out another Black Panther 2, she ain't going to have time for nothing. And she's blowing up anyway. But yeah, I am very scattered. Oh, Carol and King Ezekiel. It's really, really sweet that she's now showing her affections and how much she actually cares for King Ezekiel. I thought it was a really sweet moment when he fell through that glass and she went over and held him and kissed him. That was so sweet. And there was a moment where Daryl and her were sitting down and she was talking about like the fact that she really, really cares for him and he's such a wonderful change from the stuff that she went through with Roy. And, you know, it's good. Carol's a good woman. She deserves a good man. What was her little Alexandria fling's name? Tobin? Yeah, Tobin was a good dude too. He was sweet. She just didn't give it time, you know? She dipped. She took off. She was dealing with a lot back then and she just took off and left him and just didn't see him very often after that. Of course, she was there when he died, of course, last season. But yeah, I'm really, really happy that she's found a good thing. This shows that they really do have a family type love for one another and that they're comfortable enough with each other that he's supportive of her. He is happy for her that she's found somebody that she's happy with. He was teasing and calling him corny and asking if he snores or sleeps fancy. I thought that was really cute, but that's like some brother-sister stuff, you know? And I really, really like that they shared that relationship and that interaction between the two of them. I also love the fact that when they were in bed, Michonne had the idea to start a charter, and it was her idea, you know? I like the fact that they're still equals. They were, you know, they made it an equal thing quite some time ago, which I also totally love. I really enjoyed this episode. If there's anything that I missed, if there's anything that I misinterpreted or overlooked, please put it in the comments down below. Make sure you keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Let's keep this conversation going until episode 2 next week. And I'll see you guys on the next one.